Hello fellas, welcome to the Wooden Spoon server. I'm Reldeth the Summoner, as my sign says. And in the last episode we made this shop. This is a little shop of mine. I've got, it's kind of like a cross between my base and a sort of the Aztec, is it Aztec? Yeah, the Aztec kind of pyramid things you get. This is my shop at the moment. Got nice vines on the side, we've got the stuff at the top. And what I've done, other than nothing here, this is all the same, but what I've done is actually add in a few more trades and sort of even them out a bit. See, last time I had these at these iron blocks were at 8. I've doubled that basically because well, it was about 6 actually, so they're now at 16. So it's a much better price. I don't know why I put them at 6. As I thought that I was going to get a decent price, but I've got some other blocks if anybody's interested, and vines as well to change any of these to the mossy variants, because this brick can go mossy. These cracked, no, the crack can't go mossy, but the brick can go mossy, and cobble can go mossy. So you could pick it for either the ones you wanted. And we've got some of the smooth stone as well. That one's a little dearer because I've got to basically actually smelt that again. So that's basically just to that's like a little secondary price tag for the coal used for it. Yep. So I've added those into it, and also what I've decided to get myself is a beacon. I've got myself a beacon now. It wasn't too bad. 14 diamonds, I believe it was, which is pretty decent price to be honest, considering when they were first on, they were quite rare. Blimey hell, they were going for stacks of diamonds. They were literally going for about 75 diamonds each. Like literally they were the price tags for half of them. So I'm quite happy I've got one for maybe a third of that price, but even less than that. Well, in fact, it's less than for about a fifth of the price, really. So I'm not going to complain. Ooh, well, whoa. So what we're going to do, the reason why I've got myself a beacon is because I'm going to be grinding out a hell of a lot of stone when I can see. See what I need to do. It's good, well and good having a one of these to shop to actually run and get yourself diamonds, but unless you can refill it, it's pointless. So yes, I've got a lot of space in my base. I'm not going to say. However, once this is all gone, where do I go from there? So what I'm doing is, even though this has got to come out and pretty much all of this lot's got to come out, what I'm doing is I'm going to make myself an actual farm. Farm? Can I define it as a farm? Probably not. Basically, it's a cobblestone generator, or in this case, an actual main stone generator. So that's what each one I'm going to do, so I can basically make all the stone I need. And then once I've done that, I can either put it into boxes and funnel it over to the smelter, or I can just put it straight into shulker boxes and then send it to the storage once that's finished. Depending on which one they require, whether they require the smooth block or the standard stone, or even cobble. Because basically I've got the two different picks now. Basically I just pick the pick for the one I need. If I need cobble, I can use the fortune one. If I need smooth, I can use the silk one. So either, whichever I need at that point in time. But what we're going to do, we're actually going to build this here down a bit, because what I've decided is I'm going to basically put it in this kind of area, because this is going to be mostly empty, and I've got a nice little project for this once I've got everything sorted. But yeah, I want to get in here, but I don't want to go here because I want to go down quite a few blocks. So what I might do is figure out where I want it, and then go down this mine shaft here, and then mine it from the bottom. Make myself another tunnel like this, just to like help in the process. There we go. Look at my fellow comrades, loving the fact I'm basically digging down straight. Yeah, I'm not gonna like this. I'm putting my water in my this hand. That's going in here. Oh god, it feels so unnatural. I don't think I'm going to come across everything, but oh, it feels so weird. The thing is, the further it goes down, the happier I am. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's now working. All we need to do now is not have the water in my hand. Oh, well, first. I may. There we go. Right, let's swap those. And then we need something to put in here. Basically, well, the only thing I have at the moment is this. Because I can't bother to make anything else to like do it with. So I'm going to do. Let's get that out there, and let's swap these pickaxes. One. That's all I need. Because I can't be bothered to change it. And then we go onto here and we pick one of those, and we're going with haste and the regen because we have all four. Oh, do we haste? Haste 2. Wait. 2, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was. Just wanted to double check, so obviously we're going with 2. If I do it correctly. There we go. Instamine 2. Ready? Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's the best thing ever. Oh. Look at that. Oh, that's the best thing ever. I'm going to wreck this place. And so, fellas, I believe I've got everything I require, or virtually everything I require to build the thing. I need basically a few signs, a Christ amount of pistons, obsidian, slime blocks, lava, water. They're just to get around. Oh, I've already got a set there. Okay, then I'll put these ones away. Some chests, redstone repeaters, comparators, blocks, you name it. I've got it. I think I have everything I need. Yeah, that's the right one. I may not even need all this. I may need more of this, but I don't know. And then obviously that's some standard building blocks there. Oops, so easy. Let's pull that one back. There we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to go down here, go through all of it, and we are going to, I would say start on it, but actually what we're going to do is remove the beacon that is here, simply because it's kind of in the way. As much as I love having the beacon there, I can't really work with it there, so this has to go, unfortunately. So here we go. There we go. That is the beacon gone. So now we have a nice flat area. Let's make sure, yep, that is fine. So then what we want to do, I need to figure out where my entrance, well, I'll say entrance, the main block for us to start from. Well, obviously that is the back and this is the front of pretty much where it all is. So up there, if I go through the wall about that high and go through the wall that way, I will come to the my wall pretty much. 99% sure that's how we're going. Let's do that for quick verification. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes because the yes, because that way to the thing, this way, yeah, that's exactly how it is. That is where the wall is. Well, my jump up there, where the main walkway is. So this is going to be the main area, and I want it basically facing so the front is here. Now I can't have it too far in some way. I need to basically find an exact spot to start the main thing from, i.e. where all the blocks are going to be. So what I've actually worked out is go 1 and there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's there, and then it's 10 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. That is that. This is going to be the front. So to represent the front, obviously I've got these things on the front there. So I'll leave that like that for now. Yeah, it's fine. I could jump up. Right. this is the main front, and what we want to do, we need a back panel. As in a back panel, we have basically 3 sides that are filled in. Now, as far as long as we calculate it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's exact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's exact. Now, we have a couple of things we need to put in here. Obviously these and all of these. This is a lot of stuff. Now, like straight up, even just looking at it, it's a lot of things. Your pistons, your not stone bricks, the obsidian. It's a lot of stuff. So the way this works, we have the front, which is going to be open, and then we have the 2 sides, which are going to be the pistons, and then one side that's going to be obsidian, which is this side. I'm actually going to put this side in first. Now, obviously we don't need them there, so I've got to dig this one out, which is going to take a little bit of time. There we go. And once we've got that one in, we can then build the rest. Now this is literally going to span the entire side of this, and then we're going to have them on the back side and the other side as well. So I'm actually going to encase this. So I'll be back with you when I have done that. And so fellas, we are sort of done the 2 sides. We have a sheet of pistons and a sheet of obsidian. We need one at the back as well, piston wise. However, this one's a little different. We need to actually remove this and remove this. I'm not too bothered, it will go back in. However, we need in fact, we even need to take out this one so we can actually walk, because what we have is we have a slightly different thing happening down here. Right, so how it works is when all the blocks will go along, they'll get hit here, they'll get chucked, and then they'll start throwing all of them up. Now the reason why we have this locking thing, so if I just do like that, that's what you get. You put this locking thing there and it stops them just constantly triggering, pretty much. And that is pretty much why they do that. So they'll come round. This takes a little bit longer to do it, to activate. It'll fire the pistons, and by the time they're both fired and unpowered, this is then already locked, and then the redstone is then taking its time to, this then locks it so it can't trigger again, and then turns off, and hey ho, nice and easy. And that's pretty much all that, how that works. It's a simple system, so I'm not really going to go too much detail in it. That's pretty much how that works. So we can then put all these back in, like so. Whoops. And they'll just fill this back in. And like that. And that's how that will go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to fill in this wall that we have, so I can continue. So I'm going to come back to you when we have this wall in as well. And so fellas, we have the little wall. I'm just filling up this bit, so I could do that. There we go. That is the main 4 blocks we've got. We will have a roof on this, but I'm going to do that much later. So pretty much what we need now is basically everything to make this work. We need both the actual generator, which is going just about here, and then we need all the mechanisms around this side to make these pistons fire. Obviously we have the ones at the bottom we've just done, so we better, I think it's probably best we get these ones on as well. However, these ones are a little more difficult in the way they work. Pretty much how it works, we're going to have the generators going down the bottom. When they hit there, these bottom pistons are going to fire and going to go up this way. And then once they hit that block, that the observer here is going to trigger all of these pistons, and then which will push them towards this way. When they get to this one, they're going to trigger all of these pistons. The reason why I'm doing it like that, it's not 100% necessary for things like that. The only reason why I am doing is so basically I can fill a full block, pretty much. Otherwise, if you take some out, you're going to end up with big giant holes, and then this then needs to re-trigger, and they won't all necessarily trigger. It's not too bad, but it's easy for me to if I just push them along. That way they're all in one area, which is why we have obsidian, because these only being 10 wide, they don't reach the limit. So then, how do we get these to work? Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest. I will have to go down to get them. So if I go down here, that we have redstone blocks and slime blocks. Okay, fellas, we have here our pretty much our final setup for all the pistons and stuff. We have this set of slime blocks and redstone blocks to basically power these pistons here. We have this long one here to fire the bottom one. We'll grab that. And we have this one over here to obviously do these set of pistons. Now, obviously, if you're wondering how these work, basically it's just buggy game design, pretty much. You can't really do much more, make it much more obvious than that. Because of quasi-connectivity, these pistons actually fire due to bugs and things being not actually powered, yet powered. So they actually work, even though there's no redstone going to them. Which is weird, but it works. Only works on Java, I believe, though. But pretty much what happens is, if we at the top, when we trigger this observer, it pulses these through this redstone. It'll go up. When we fire that one, it fires these set, so they go that way, and then it fires this one to then push whatever's remainder back up, if there's any there left. And then we have this one up here, which fires all these pistons that way, and then it goes across here, fires these pistons that way, and then fires this, pushing this one down to fire these pistons off. And it's a little sketchy the way it does it, as I shall show you. This one seems to be the most standard one. You'll just obviously you get a block up there. Well, the generator when making comes straight through. It goes on there, pushes the blocks up, and obviously when you get full lines worth, it will just pull the whole lot up, which is mostly the idea. I'm doing just in this section just for purposes. It's not going to go too quickly because of. I'd like to put it in quicker, but it's not going to happen. Let me see. I've already basically showed that it's like supposedly all the way to the back, as it will do. When it gets to there, it should fire these. It is a bit weird in the way it does it. If you'll see, it's got 2 more to go. Watch how it does it. It's a bit weird, like that. See, it kind of does a double take on everything. So these basically fire twice, these fire twice, this one's fires twice. I have no idea why that's how it does it. It just is. I can't really find another way of really rectifying that, because the timings on it, even in my single player world, it does basically the same as this. It just double takes. I didn't realise it did that as well. This is weird, as I said before, even for normal things standards. So what it is, when this powers, i.e. when this block is put here, it actually sends a block update through a thing here, which then unpowers this thing. I think the only way I could really show it is by putting that there. So right, let's watch this. Now that the block's there, let's show you this side. And we're going to put this in. Now it powers, and then unpowers because of the timings it's on. But it will actually, because it then works itself as a clock that you can actually turn on and off whenever you want. And when you're having blocks put in here, which is where the blocks will end up going, like that, and then it starts pushing the blocks like that, and then they'll go along. And that's pretty much how the system works. If you want to turn it off, all you do is basically get a lever, which I do actually have here in this one. And this lever, and I can literally just turn it off like that, and that actually turns the system off as well. So let's just get rid of these for now, and that's how my thing is going. And I think you could, okay then, I think you could pretty much see how it then works. Right, water first, goes in there, and it no longer flows off. That's fine. We need those two. We've got to block the entirety of it off, otherwise we're going to get problems. So I'm going to put that there as well. And if I do this properly and correctly, that goes there. Like that, and that should work. That should be pretty much how it works. Now then, let us see if I've built that correctly. I believe it is correct. I can't think of anything else. And this is how you make the water flow properly. And you might even, we may even need to have, I think this needs to be a water source as well. Although, if cobble's there, I don't think you would. I'm not 100% certain. I may need to double check. I may need water in this spot. It has, no, it can't be there. Right, I think this is it. Let's just test it and find out. Oop. It should work. It should work. What happened? Oh, right. You've got to have a block. You've got to have a block there. There we go. It should make... There we go. There is our stone generator. It is working. We have it working. It's sorted. And we should see stone flowing down here. Yes, we do. And that is our stone generator sorted. Magic. Last thing we need to do is sort out that trigger up there, which is probably going to be the most difficult part. I just want to check, see it goes to the end. As long as it does, we are in business. And this is pretty much everything we need sorted. So if I want normal stone, I use my silk pick. If I want cobble, there we go. That's done perfectly. That's what I'm looking for. I can get rid of that. And so fellas, we are at the top. We are going to do this final part now. I'll say final part. It's the final redstone part pretty much. We've pretty much just got the front fascia to do after that, which it just isn't really going to take too long. Pretty much what we're doing here is we have to make another observing thing here. However, we're not using an observer. We are going to use one of these, if you know what they are. Probably should have got that one out first. That there, and then we get this one out. There. If you guys know, if any of you know what that is, here's a little hint. It's a bud switch, a block update detection switch. Pretty much any time a block goes underneath this, let's start again. This redstone block is actually powering this piston here, and when it goes up one block, it unpowers the piston. But the reason why it's not powering now is because it's powering the piston, but also not powering the piston, and it doesn't notice until a block goes next to it, i.e. like that, and then it realizes, it fires up, the block goes too high, and then it's out of the range of it being powered, and then it drops back down, known as a block updating switch. So it only updates when the block gets put there, and that's how we're going to do it like this. So when everything's all come up here, we use a block updating switch instead of just an observer, and then it can use that as an updater. So the only other way I could do it really would be to put like redstone going in here and then coming out, to basically use that as an actual full on-off switch, which it works in one way but not in another. So we just thought it'd be easier just to do it like this. Now here, it's a bit of a weird one. We have what is known as a hopper dropper system, where pretty much we get a hopper there, and then we have one going, or a dropper there, and a dropper there, like that. I have to shift click, and then we have a hopper straight on top of that, and then we have one single item in there. And what this does is when this gets switched, we'll have a single item in this. Let us put, I was hoping I had a piece of stone on me or something. I'll shoot a piece of redstone for now. So that it has two positions. We'll have it in this one, where it'll make an output. If I put redstone here, we have another output. It's not needing to be strong. So that's thingy. Let me just turn that weather off because it's annoying as hell. And then when we get an update, which I shall do now, I'll update it. And we're using like that. It flicks it around, and then this gets unpowered. And then when I break said block, it does it again, and then it gets powered again. And this is just a quick, very simple RS NOR latch in a sense. So that's how this works. There's variant other ones, but this is a very quick, simple one, which is why I'm using it. So I actually want this off. So if I need to put that there and put it in that, and I'll do that. We need that gone. So what do we have this thing for? Well, we have hoppers. So we're going to have hopper there, and exactly another one here. Like that. We'll need a certain amount of things in there, which I haven't quite got all of what I need, but no matter. And then we need comparators on both sides of these, and redstone blocks on either side of these. And then we get these sticky pistons. Go there and there, and we need to have at least something in somewhere, and they go like that. And that's pretty much how they work. If I take this out, like that. We also have this redstone block in there as well. Now, they don't power on the face, so that's how it works. And then pretty much when we have these blocks in here, like that, this one gets powered. And then when everything has moved into the other one, this other one gets powered. And then it moves over. And then we use that as our output from here, which we need a repeater instead of a comparator for. That goes into there, and then the final thing we need, yep, there we go, that turns that on. Ooh. I'll probably get pushed up like that, yep. Ooh. And that's how pretty much how that works. I want to take that out. And then we have that block there. The reason why we have that block is because we want a monostable circuit to send a one-tick pulse through this slot. Otherwise, it will just trigger way too often. So that's why we've got this. That's why we've got observers. So it's only a one-tick pulse. If I basically made this maybe a couple or two-tick pulse, it might stop these from double jolting. But hey ho, that's how it works. And this is pretty much our update system. And the way this works, basically, when we get that, it will turn on the system and turn off the system when we either have a full or non-full block. Whereas for now, this would be on. So technically, I do need to turn this system on. But before I do that, I also need a lot of other stuff. This stuff, however, is a bit weird, and it requires our front facade finishing as well. So I'm going to make the front facade. It's going to be quite simple, and then I'm going to make whatever we need here. That's going to be a bit of a tricky one. And thus, fellas, here we go. We finally have our full internals. This is pretty much where all the stone is going to end up being. We've got obviously the three sides. We've got a roof on it now with the lanterns. Pretty much because I wasn't sure if things ended up spawning or not, so I thought it'd be best to make sure I actually put something down. I mean, if I even block out these two, how dark is it around here? It's at 8, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully. I don't want things spawning on this, not if I can help it. I'm hoping just these will end up being pretty full to the brim, so they don't really spawn much, or these will light them off or something. However it goes. But the last thing we need to do is, obviously, now this front side's done, is this part here with the that's connected to this, and that's pretty much the on and off system. I've put the switches in already. We've got these ones here. Thank God it was that one and not the sign and not down. So we've got that. Now I pretty much need to go through and work out where everything is going switch wise. There, that is our final output. So that's where we all go. And then this is pretty much as simple as go to that, go to that one. Pretty much following it along. So if I go, alright, yes, I can do it this way. So we don't need that one there or there. We just have one here. Like that. There. And then that follows upwards. And then we have this that flows down here and does that. So that now turns on. Now this won't trigger up there because there's too long of a distance for it to travel. However, these, because of the way it's positioned, do work. So if I do that, it then stops. If I can then trigger this one up here, the fact let's trigger this one of these top ones. Let's trigger this one like that. Yep, you can hear it now. You can hear it triggering. That is the entire thing. This is my cobblestone generator. This will bring it all up. It will fill up, and I'm pretty much gonna I might want to see how long it takes to fill up full to the brim. So what I'll do, I'll probably turn it off like that. Get rid of all this and everything, all the stone that's there, and I'm gonna see how long it takes for the whole thing to fill. And so fellas, we have finished it. It has taken literally about an hour and 5 minutes, almost to the dot. Yes, there is a thing with this, it really doesn't really do much. You can't really change the way it works with that. This thing should have locked. However, if it has been done correctly, it has not. So basically, this needs moving to there. Now basically, this shouldn't tick over until it's the until I basically get rid of what's left. Even if I turn it on, it shouldn't power and change anything. Can I do this without? Really, I'm probably going to squeeze it. Oh, I've got this thing over there, so best to do that way. Put that there. I can get up and down the side then. Okay, so now if I turn this on, even though it's actually going to be thingy, it's not going to trigger the whole system again, which is what I'm after. So, and there we go. That's filled the very last block. So yeah, it takes pretty much 1 hour and 5 minutes to fill the whole lot, and then another couple of minutes to get the last block in. So that is everything now. There is no more. That is every single block filled in. It's one solid stone building. And pretty much, again, as I said, if I want stone, I'll use the silk. If I want cobble, I can use the fortune. And that basically gets me any blocks I need stone-wise, and that's half the amount of coal I'm using. Because now I can pretty much go straight to brick and chiseled and all that without smelting cobble. So that has saved me a hell of a lot of stuff. The only thing I really wouldn't mind now is a way to like cover half of this. I may have to work something differently out there, but we also do need to empty half of this out as well, so we can actually get to and from it. But yeah, I am quite pleased with that. I'm pretty sure nothing should spawn at the top of that, so I'm hoping anything does. And if ever we get cobble down here, I think it's more towards the I think like if like something triggers too slow, or I'm not certain, but the odd one time or two you can get cobble from here. It's very rare actually. I think I've only got it about 3 or 4 times since I built it in my creative world, so it's not something that comes on a lot. So what I might do is I might put obsidian there, so we'll just go and do it. But hey ho. Yep, but I am sorted. So thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like this episode, subscribe to see some more, and I'll see you in the next one, fellas. See ya.